Today I'm going to show you how to work a purl stitch. So I've just worked a knit row on this piece, and what you'll notice is all of the bumps are at the back, because that's what happens when you do a knit stitch. And a purl stitch is basically a knit stitch in reverse. So instead of going into the stitch this way, we're going to go from behind, like so. So same loop of the stitch, but instead of going in that way, we're coming from the back to the front, and we're then going to yarn around, and we're going to slide it off exactly as we do with a knit stitch. And if I just do a couple of those, what you'll see is happening is the bump is coming to the front and the V is going to the back. So what we're creating by doing a knit row followed by a purl row is stocking stitch or stockinette stitch. But I'm just going to show you that again. So we're going into the same part of the stitch that's on your left needle, but we're going in from back to front, and then the movement is exactly the same, sliding it off. So insert your needle, yarn around and slide it off. So we're pushing the stitch from the left needle to the front of the work. That's what the purl is doing. So what I want to show you is another way that we can use the purl stitch. So that would give us, to say, stockinette stitch, which will finish up like this. So you get all your V's on one side. I haven't blocked this, as you can tell, and all the bumps on the other, rather than bumps on both sides, which is what happens when you work knit stitch both times. You end up with bumps on both sides of the fabric, and if you were to work purl stitch both times, you'd also end up with bumps on both sides. Now I know which is my knit and which is my purl sample, because my tension wasn't as tight with the purl stitches, which is why it looks a bit different. So I'm just going to pop that to one side and show you another common stitch that is done. So not stitch combination is the knit one purl one. So as I say, stocking stitch is a row of knit followed by a row of purl, and then rib stitch one by one is literally one knit stitch, and then we bring the yarn through the middle so that it's in the right position for working a purl, and we work a purl stitch. And then once that one's complete, we go back again with the yarn and we do a knit, and back to the front again with the yarn and a purl. And that gives us this nice stretchy one by one rib. It's common in cuffs, button bands, bottom of a garment, of a jumper or a cardigan. And that really is it. That's your purl stitch.